Hello, English learners. It's me, Alex, back again. I'm super excited you're still here with me. Today we have a fun and long chat about funny language mistakes. By the end, you will know plenty of new words, you will laugh a lot, and you will feel ready to try English without fear. Remember, this is our very first episode, and it's all about lost in translation, funny language fails. Let's dive in. So, have you ever said something wrong in a new language? Something that surprised you? Something that made everyone laugh? It's okay if you have. I have many stories, and today I want to share lots of them. I'll also teach you simple words, and I'll ask you to think about your own funny moments. Ready? Let's go. I want to start with my own big mistake. A few years ago, I was in Spain. I learned a little Spanish in school. I wanted to say, I'm embarrassed. The Spanish word is avergonzado if you are a man, or avergonzada if you are a woman. But in the moment, my mind blanked, and I thought the word was embarazada. So I said, estoy embarazada. Everyone in the room gasped. Then they laughed, because embarazada means pregnant. I was not pregnant. I was just shy and a little nervous. I was so embarrassed, no pun intended. Now, I always double-check my words, and I always laugh when I remember that moment. That story teaches us two simple words. Embarrassed, when you feel shy or awkward, like when you make a mistake. Pregnant, when a woman is going to have a baby. Let's keep going. My friend Anna from Germany tried to learn English. One day, she wanted to ask her friend to call her. She remembered the phrase, "call me maybe," but she did not know it was the chorus of a popular song. So she said, "Can you please call me maybe?" Her friend smiled and started singing, "Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy." Anna was confused, but then she laughed too. Now she loves the song, "Call Me Maybe," and she never forgets the phrase she learned. Words here. Please, a polite word when you ask for something. Song, music with words. Next, let me tell you about my colleague Paulo from Brazil. He wanted to buy a jam that had no sugar. He saw sugar-free on the label, but he misread it and thought it said condom-free. In Portuguese, preservativo means condom, but in English, preservative means something different. So he asked the shop assistant, "Do you have this jam with no condoms?" The assistant was very surprised. Later, Paulo learned the right word, preservative. He laughed, we all laughed, and the jam was very tasty. So, sugar-free, no sugar. Preservative, a chemical that keeps food fresh, not the same as the word preservative in Portuguese. Let's slow down and learn another pair of words. Jam, a sweet spread you put on bread. Label, the sticker on food that tells you ingredients. Okay, here's one from May in China. She wanted to tell her teacher she was cold in class. Instead, she said, "I feel cool." The teacher smiled and said, "Yes, you are cool," meaning nice and interesting. May blushed. She meant cold like, "I'm cold because the room is chilly." Now she says, "I feel cold when the air is cold," and that's cool when she sees something great. Words. Cold, when the temperature is low. Cool, something great or slightly cold in slang, but mostly it means awesome. I also have a story from Ahmed in Egypt. He wrote an email to his boss. He wanted to say, "I'm looking forward to hearing from you." But he wrote, "I'm looking forward to hear from you." His boss read the email, smiled, and replied kindly, "Thank you, I'll be in touch soon." Ahmed asked his boss later, "By the way, is my English correct?" His boss gently said, "Next time say, to hearing." Ahmed felt good that his boss corrected him, and he learned the right grammar. Words. Email, an electronic letter. Grammar, the rules of a language. Let's add another from Italy. My friend Luca was hungry and wanted chicken. In a restaurant, he said, "I want a kitchen, please." The waiter looked at him and asked, "A kitchen?" Luca said, "No, chicken." We all giggled. Kitchen is the room where people cook. Chicken is the bird we eat. Luca still jokes, "Be careful with chicken and kitchen. They sound similar, but are not the same." Words. Kitchen, the room in the house where you cook. Chicken, a type of bird, also the meat from that bird. Another classic one is from my cousin Maria in France. She was so hot in the summer. She wanted to say, I'm hot, but she said, je suis chaud. In French, chaud can mean something romantic or flirty. She meant, I feel hot, but she said, I am hot in a romantic way. A friend whispered, better say, j'ai chaud. In French, we use avoir, to have, for feeling cold or hot. Now Maria always says, j'ai chaud, and all is well. Words. Summer, the warm season of the year. Hot, high temperature. Let's learn from Tom in the UK, learning Japanese. He tried to say, I am a student. In Japanese, watashi wa gakushi desu is correct, but he said, watashi wa kappa desu. Kappa is a mythic river creature, like a water monster in Japanese tales. The students laughed. Tom blushed. Now he checks pronunciation and meaning. Words. Student, someone who studies. Pronunciation, how you say words. Okay, another from Russia. My friend Olga tried to say, I'm full after a big meal. She said, I am polny, ya polny, which means I am complete or I am comprehensive, like a thick book or a report. People looked at her puzzled. She learned the right phrase. I am nales, yanelas, which means I've eaten enough. She laughed, and we all laughed too. Words. Meal, food at one time, like breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Enough, as much as you need or want. Let's go to Korea. My friend Jiho tried English. He wanted to say, I'm thirsty. But he said, I'm 3. The waiter asked, you are 3 years old? Jiho said, no, thirsty. We all laughed. Now he always practices thirsty versus 3. Words. Thirsty, wanting a drink. 3, the number 3. I also heard from Laura in Spain. She wanted to say, I'm going to the doctor. She said, I'm going to the doctor's. In English, we say both, but that extra apostrophes can change the meaning. Doctors can mean the doctor's office or doctor something. Her friend said, I'm going to the doctor or I'm going to the doctor's office. Small change, clear meaning. Words. Doctor, a person who helps you when you're sick. Office, a workplace. Now, let's add a funny one from Turkey. My friend Emery wanted to say delicious in English. He said delicious, but he pronounced it as delicious, too slowly and with wrong stress. The listener heard delicious. They smiled but did not understand. Emer laughed. Now he practices delicious, stressing the second syllable. Words. Delicious, very tasty. Stress the emphasis we put on one part of a word. Let's take a break and teach some more basic phrases. These will help you if you get lost or confused. Excuse me, to get someone's attention politely. Can you help me? When you need help. I don't understand. When you don't know the meaning. What does that mean? To ask for a definition. How do you say underscore, underscore, underscore in English? To learn new words. Keep these phrases in your pocket. They will help you ask for help and learn faster. Okay, let's hear another from Poland. My friend Powell wanted to say, I have a gift for you. But he said, I have a poison for you. Gift in Polish is prezent. Poison is present too. No, poison is trucizna. But he mixed them up. The listener was a bit scared until Powell laughed and said, oops, I mean gift. We all breathed and laughed. Words. Gift, a present. Poison, something dangerous you should not eat or drink. Next, I have a story from my aunt in Brazil again. She tried to say, I'm awesome, but she said, I'm awesomely. She used the adverb form by mistake. It sounded odd. The listener said, thank you, but are you describing yourself or how you do something? My aunt learned, use awesome for things, not awesomely for people. Now she says, you are awesome, or that's awesome. Words. Awesome, very good, great. Adverb. a word that describes a verb, like quickly, slowly, or happily. Let's learn about articles a and the. My friend G in China once said, "I want the apple." But she did not have a specific apple in mind, so we taught her to say, "I want an apple" when she wants any apple, and "I want the apple" when she points to a special one. Articles can be tricky, but with practice, you'll get them. Words. An, one of many general. The a specific one, particular. Here's one about verb tenses. My friend Carlos from Mexico wanted to say, "I studied English yesterday." But he said, "I study English yesterday." We told him to use past tense studied for actions in the past. Now he says, "I studied English last night," or "I watched TV yesterday." Words. Past, time before now. Yesterday, the day before today. Another from my friend in Japan, Saki. She wanted to say, "I will try," but she said, "I try." We taught that for future intentions. We say, "I will try." Now she says, "Tomorrow, I will try sushi." Good job, Saki. Try, to do something new. Will, a word to show future actions. Let's slow down. I know it's a lot, but each story helps us learn. Each mistake is a step forward. You are brave to listen, to laugh, and to learn. Now, are you ready for a quick quiz? I'll say a sentence, and you can think, is it correct English? I'll give you the answer after. I am agree with you. She has 3 cats. He go to the market. They are watching TV now. I'm afraid of spiders. Think in your mind. Pause the podcast for a moment if you need time. Okay. Ready? Here are the answers. Wrong, we say, "I agree with you," not "I am agree." Correct. Has 3 cats is right. Wrong. The past of go is went. So, he went to the market. Correct. Present continuous for now. Correct. Afraid means scared. Good. Great job. Quizzes like this help you see patterns. Let's finish with one last story. My friend Amina from Morocco wanted to say, "I'm pregnant" in English. She said, "I'm embarrassed" by mistake, mixing up those 2 words. We all laughed because she used the same words I used in Spain, but swapped them. Now she never forgets which is which. Pregnant for baby, embarrassed for shy. Words. Pregnant, expecting a baby. Embarrassed, feeling shy or awkward. Wow, we have many stories. We learned new words like jam, label, preservative, cool, email, grammar, kitchen, chicken, summer, hot, student, monster, meal, enough, thirsty, 3, doctor, office, delicious, stress, gift, poison, and grammar words, adverb, articles, past tense, future tense. You are doing amazing. Remember, making mistakes is normal. Every mistake is a chance to learn, and laughing at ourselves makes learning fun. Before we go, I have 2 challenges for you. Think of your own funny language mistake. Write it down, record it, or tell a friend. Use one new phrase this week in English. Maybe, "Excuse me." What does that mean? Or, "I agree with you." Send me a message with your story if you like. I read every message, and I love to hear from you. Okay, my friend, that's it for today. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you had fun, you laughed, and you learned something new. Remember, learning a language is a journey. Embrace every mistake, laugh a lot, and keep going. You've got this. I'll see you next time. Bye for now, and happy learning.